Hello, I'm Dave Berman of S&C, and in this program we're going to show the steps we went through to install this model 2010 circuit switcher with horizontal interrupters and vertical brake power-operated disconnect. Before we show you the step-by-step procedure, let's move to the circuit switcher assembly area. Here, each Series 2000 circuit switcher is completely assembled. Then it's carefully adjusted to specified tolerances. Electrical and mechanical tests verify that the circuit switcher is fully operational. As a result, there are only a few adjustments needed when the circuit switcher is installed in the field. When specified tests and final checks are completed, the circuit switcher is disassembled only to the extent required for shipping. This greatly reduces field installation time. Now we'll move back on location to show the assembly steps. A typical model 2010 consists of 3 skids, one containing the mounting pedestals and other components, one containing the operator, and one containing the pole units. Because each circuit switcher is completely assembled, adjusted, and tested at the factory, it is very important that components from different circuit switchers not be intermixed. It's easy to avoid such intermixing since the serial number for each circuit switcher is prominently stenciled on each major component. You'll note that the interrupters and insulating support columns are equipped with protective wrappers. Don't remove any of these wrappers until the installation has been completed. Do, however, remove the information kit. It includes detailed instruction sheets, drawings, wiring diagrams, and other information you'll need to complete the installation. You'll also note that we're using heavy steel plates in place of the usual concrete foundation. Our installers, Bill Imlaw and Steve Staffen, will demonstrate the step-by-step assembly procedures. To prepare for placing the mounting pedestals, install a nut and flat washer on each anchor bolt. Hoist the mounting pedestals and lower them onto the bolts. Notice that one of the pedestals has tapped holes on one side, where the operator support plate will be attached. Position this pedestal as indicated on the drawing. Install flat washers and the upper nuts. Don't tighten these nuts just yet. Adjust the lower set of nuts to generally plumb and level the pedestal. Attach 4 lifting slings to the crossbase. Unbolt it from its skid and hoist it onto the mounting pedestals. Make sure the switch position indicator on the base is on the desired side. This will be the side on which the operator door will open. Loosely bolt the crossbase to the mounting pedestals, using the hardware called for on the drawing. While Bill and Steve bolt the crossbase to the pedestals, let's cover some general information about the hardware. Many bolted connections will utilize cap screws, flat washers, and self-locking nuts. When making these bolted connections, a flat washer should be under the head of the cap screw and another under the nut. You'll find that the self-locking nuts go on much easier if you lubricate the threads of the cap screws. Incidentally, it's easy to identify the correct hardware you'll need for any connection. Hardware items are shipped in bags marked with item numbers corresponding to the item number callouts on the drawing. Just a quick check of the drawing and you'll be able to identify the correct hardware. Now level the crossbase, lengthwise and side to side. Do this by adjusting the lower set of anchor bolt nuts at the pedestals. At each pedestal, be sure that all 4 lower anchor bolt nuts are snug. Use the shimming material provided to fill in any gaps larger than 1/8 inch. Securely bolt the crossbase to the mounting pedestals. Now securely tighten the upper set of anchor bolt nuts at each pedestal. To prepare for installing the operator, remove the bottom plates from the crossbase. Now remove the 3/4 inch stainless steel pin and cotter pin from the interphase drive lever enclosed in the crossbase. Save these pins. You'll need them later. Wrap a lifting sling around the stored energy mechanism of the operator and carefully lift the operator to the upright position. Remove the skid and the bracing. Do not remove the lifting sling around the stored energy mechanism. The operator is top-heavy and must be supported until it's attached to the circuit switcher. Reposition the lifting sling around the front of the stored energy mechanism. Wrap another lifting sling around the back of the mechanism. Move the operator alongside and nearly under the crossbase, making sure that the operator door faces the same way as the switch position indicator. Reposition the slings so they straddle the crossbase. Carefully hoist the operator into place. Be careful not to damage the uniball coupling on the operator connecting link. Attach the operator to the underside of the crossbase. Securely tighten the hardware.